Hi friends, welcome to my journey, and it's Mrs. White again. And if you have been following me, you know I have changed the scenery today. I'm currently at Intercontinental, the Butthead Hotel in Atlanta. So I would love to do the Q&A as I promised. Thank you for everyone who submitted the questions to me. I will try my best to answer all of your questions. And moving forward, I will try to do more Q&A. And of course, occasionally, you guys can ask me any questions through any of my videos, comments, or you can follow me on my Instagram, so you can DM me anytime and I will answer as soon as I can. And if you're new to this channel talks about all things Hermes. Like 90% of the time, I talk about Hermes all the time because that's probably my #1 brand that I love. And occasionally I will talk about like other luxury brands like Chanel's or any others. If you're interested in Rolex, Mr. Y will sometimes come into the channel and share with you with his Rolex shopping experience. So if you like any of these contents, please consider to subscribe and hit the bell notification so that you won't miss any of my future videos. Without further ado, let's get started with our Q&A today for the month of June. So the first question was from Jalux_blessed. What's your favorite exotic leather? So actually this is a very good question, and I'm actually been thinking about exotic leather lately. So my favorite exotic leather is the alligator leather. So a lot of people will say, well, alligator, why not croc, right? And my main reason for me to pick alligator because I like the prints, like I like it's more square than it's just a circle small, because croc it's actually smaller print and almost like everywhere around the same. But alligator on the other hand is actually a little bigger print and it's more square, so you will see like it's more square in the middle and bigger, and slowly or on the side it's actually smaller, so it gives you more dimension that way. I see that's more things to see, at least that's for my opinions. Okay, so move on to the next questions. This is by 8 Linnet. Any next Chanel items you're eyeing? I'm actually eyeing on the classic necklace, the one with the pearls, the long one, not the choker. I'm not really into choker, so that's one of the items that I'm eyeing right now. The other one I'm still debating whether or not love getting it. It's the medium classic double flap. I would love it in caviar with either hardware, like I'm okay with a champagne gold or of a silver hardware. So the next question is by Anything Hermes. Is it true only one Quota allowed this year? This is a very good question. So it really depending on your boutique. And my local boutique, that is what my SA told me for this year. But he also mentioned that he will try to be strategic. And there might be a chance for him to get me a second Quota bag this year. Plus, Constance normally doesn't count as a Quota bag. It's only this year at his boutique, it counted as a Quota bag. So things can change still. As for the New York flagship store, hubby's SA said it is still 2 Quota bags this year. So it depending on your local boutique. So I would think like ask your SA if you think your relationship it's been well. With your SA, you guys have good conversation. Occasionally, you guys do talk about Quota bag. I think it's better for you to get more info from that boutique that way. So for the next question, this is by just.riet. How soon after receiving or accept an offer should one wait before making another request? I would say request during your next visit, it's okay. Almost every time I go to the boutique, we will talk about bag little by little. I often ask when I'm paying or trying on other stuff and also have something I'm going to get on the day of. That's when I talk about it. Or sometimes the best way of talking about your next wish list or your next bag that you're eyeing on is when you get your offer. Because when I got my offer, the Constance, we were in the VIP room and we actually talked a lot of things. Like we discussed about Quota, we discussed about how this boutique worked this year, and I'm basically like throwing different bags. From what I remember, I was asking like how's the constant to go is like at the boutique, and then how's, you know, like the Birkins and stuff and the Kelly Pochette, like almost throw little by little things, but like 2 or 3 at a time kind of thing. And recently when I went to the boutique, I do ask other bag also, because I know the bag that I mentioned earlier, it's already on the list, so I don't mention it again. However, I'm just asking for other bags, so the list just goes on. I think it's okay, so just casually mention it. It's not gonna hurt you. And if your essay likes you, or he or she already offer you things and you've been talking about bags, I'm sure they would keep you in mind for sure. So my essay is really nice. Like, I still haven't received any bags like besides the Constance, but I feel like he's really working hard for me. It's just a matter of the boutique. So just be patient. The key is just be patient, but you can ask away, to be honest. Just ask. There's no harm. Like, don't think about should I ask, am I annoyed? No, just give them. The longer the list is, sometimes it's better, because then they know, oh, when things comes in, I know something can give it to you. Because if they don't have a list, they don't know what to work on for you, right? So give them the list. So in conclusion, I really don't ask one at a time. Like, I just keep on adding on and always talk about more than just one bag. So it's okay. As long as you don't make your essay feel you're impatient, then everything is fine. Moving on to the next question. This is by Minimalist. Is Mini Lindy worth it? Why or why not? Yes. For the amount I use this Mini Lindy, it's absolutely yes. It's totally worth it. It's almost in my mind 80% of the time when I just wanna grab and go. It's so practical. It's like for traveling, you see, like I'm in Atlanta right now and it's so good. It's like no brainer. I'm always like, oh, should I bring the Mini Lindy again, or should I use another bag? And then, you know, it's always one of my options. I debated, oh, I should bring my Mini Lindy. It's just how great this bag is, even though it's so small, but it's so practical. I will also put a link above and down below when I did my Mini Lindy unboxing, because I also showcase, you know, what I would put inside. But you know what, I actually probably put more stuff now than I anticipated. And like I said, it may seem really small, but it can fit so much even with the insert, because I do have insert for the Mini Lindy. Can't talk more about it, okay? And it's so good to a point I actually wanted a second one, and I have already requested just today. I sent it my updated wish list to my essay, and that's including the Mini Lindy. And I asked for the color, because I already have the go on go, so I'm asking for the Etaupe, the Eton or Gritzmeyer, because I wanted more, a little darker, more gray type of color, because go on go, it's so good already. And I've seen the Etaupe with gold hardware and palladium hardware, and I like both. You know, either way hardware, I will take it. Okay, so we'll see when I will get it. And perhaps Mr. Y, wing wing, he should request it for me again and see when I will receive the second one. All right, moving on to the next questions. It's also from Anything Hermes. Can you talk more about essay commission? This is a very interesting question. I'm not sure why you asked me that, because I don't work for Hermes. Mr. Y and I just a consumer, you know, that shops at Hermes all the time. But anyhow, we do have our speculation. There are things that we suspect, but we're not sure if it's true or not. There are times that, you know, our essay will tell us a little bit about it, but, you know, not 100%. But anyways, so what I can tell you is in Hermes, there's definitely have 2 types of commissions for the essays, at least 2 types. And one is the individual commissions, and the other one is the pool commissions, okay? One thing I am 100% sure is that the Quota bag itself, it's a pool commissions. So when your essay offer you a Quota bag, technically they're doing you a favor, because they don't get a big cut of it. They are sharing as a boutique. So it makes sense like why we kind of need to make sure we are on our essay's good side, because they need to work hard for you to get that offer. Okay, they have a lot of paperwork to do, and they have to report to the store manager reason why this boutique should offer you a Quota bag. Okay, there's a lot of things they need to go through that we don't know about. So that being said, for the individual commissions, for the smaller boutique, let's start from there. For the smaller boutique, I suspect that the home department, it's probably an individual commission. That department was not assigned to any SA, at least at my boutique that was the case. So when we shop at the home department, I will think, my SA probably get the individual commission. So not only the home department, but also their own departments. So we're talking about if your SA belongs to a silk department like my SA, then every time if we shop for twillies, if we shop for scarf, I would assume my SA would get the individual commission for it. As for the flagship store or for a boutique that is big and they have assigned it SA to the home department, then I would think if my SA offer me any, home department items, sold me anything of those, the commission will be split to that department's staff. This is just our speculations, I can be wrong, but this is just what we think. Because every time we went to the home department, they're so nice, they're so helpful, and same as the ready to wear. I'm not really sure about jewelries. We thought it might be individual commissions, but it could not be anything, So if any of you knows about, SA commissions, please feel free to comment below, share with the communities, or you can, DM me on my Instagram, and so I can also learn about, the tricks and tips. Anyway, so for the things I do know is when I shop at the department where my SA was assigned to, they are very happy. Okay, so something to observe for you guys. Okay, moving on to the last question. And this is from MRD Noyang. Can you go into detail how you got your mini Lindy, please? Just started my X journey recently. Thanks. So before I answer this question, welcome to the community. This will be a very nice journey, okay? So like I mentioned earlier, I do have a unboxing videos on my mini Lindy. It does talk about some details, but I can tell you a little bit here as well. How I got my mini Lindy, it was pretty interesting. I requested on the day I was offered the Birkin 30 in Noir color with palladium hardware. That was the day I requested mini Lindy, but of course I didn't get it on that day. And when we purchased the B30, we actually purchased 24K, like with everything else, like not just the Birkin, but as a total of everything we got on that day, we actually dropped 24K. And then about a month or two, that's when we got we got a text saying they have received a mini Lindy in Go on Go. Do I want it? It was just kind of like that. And the funniest thing is when I request for the mini Lindy, I never mentioned colors, like a lot of colors. I only mentioned I want blue. I didn't even mention about hardware because I know it's so hard to get. So color, of course, it's the most important things for me. So I just say I want blue. I want dark blue. That's all I ask. And she texts Mr. Y and said she received a Go on Go. Would your wife want it? And then we hesitated a little bit and we're like, you know what? It's Go on Go. How could you say no? So that's basically how I got my bag. Another thing that happened was we received that text on a late evening on a Saturday. So technically we had time to think about it because Sunday, obviously, the flagship store, it's closed. So we had like the weekend to think about it. And then I think by Monday, Mr. Y responded and went straight to the boutique and picked this up for me. He went without me because I was on business trip. When he saw it, he was like, no brainer, he's buying it because he knew I would like this. And he was so excited for me as well. So when I a few days later when I got home, I was like, yep, this is perfect, you know. So to be honest, I did hesitate about the size because I knew it's so small to a point I'm not sure how much stuff I can put it in, and it was going to be my first mini bag. That's why I hesitated. But after I received it, I was like, I made the best decision ever. Like, this is like a bag you must have from Hermes. That's what I would say to you. Like, you must have, but I know it's very hard right now. But if you can get it, you should definitely get it. Okay. And also, this is how I start my mini bag journey. Thanks to my mini Lindy. So yeah, I highly recommend this bag. If you ever get a chance to drop down your wish list, go ahead, no brainer. You won't regret it, I promise you. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's Q&A video. I will try to do this once a month. I will announce it on my IG or through YouTube community post, or you can ask me any questions anytime. You know, I'll try to do it monthly. So if you guys like these type of content and you like today's video, if you think I have answered your questions, please give me a big thumbs up. And if you've been watching my video but have not yet subscribed to my channels, please subscribe to my channels and hit the bell notification so that you won't miss any of my content, and to help support my channel to reach the 1,000 subscribers by the end of July. So it would greatly appreciate it if you can continue to support my channel so I can create more contents for you guys. If you guys been, you know, asking me a lot of questions or content that you think is helpful, please consider it. So as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!